Hello everyone, it's DA here with Anthem update 1.0.4.01. Phew, that is a long one. Now, as most of you already know, today's update is only a quality of life patch. So here are going to be some notes about this. Now, keep one thing in mind, that while I read this, know that there is bound to be a couple of changes that we will not see on this list. And there have been a lot of confirmations in the past about stealth changes, and most of them have been tied to quality of life. So there is not really going to be a big issue about that unless it breaks something. But other than that, let's get to the list. So first thing on the list is going to be an issue with Javelin loot drops. They fixed an issue that was causing players to get loot drops for Javelins other than the ones being used. Now, this is something that a lot of us have been asking for a while, and it just doesn't make sense if you get a legendary for a Javelin you don't even play. Personally, I think they also need to extend that and address the situation with just getting weapons all the time or getting the same legendary weapon 4 and 5 times. There has to be some sort of bad luck prevention in place, and I would like for BioWare to address the situation when that April update comes in. The next one is going to be an issue that was causing Nvidia highlights to crash. Now, I don't personally use Nvidia highlights because it just takes too much cache space, but if you do, this patch should resolve some of the crashes that you have been experiencing or might have experienced while using this feature. They also fixed an issue that was causing Elysian cache items to not appear until you complete another activity or you restarted the game. I experienced this a couple of times last week, and I had to turn in a report for it because I just didn't like the fact that I had to go do another activity or restart my game to see what I actually got. So I'm glad that they're addressing this issue. The next one is going to be the newsfeed that was missing or not displaying. I know a lot of us have seen it every time we log into the game. So that was a really weird one, and I was stuck trying to figure out what is going on. I thought maybe it was something dealing with my game files, but I'm glad that it is something that is not on my side, but instead something that could be dealing with a server side issue. They also fixed something that was causing the Ursics and Titans to not spawn frequently in free play. This is something that has really affected farming legendaries in free play. As most of us know, these are apex enemies and they have a higher chance of dropping top tier items. And I wonder why it took them so long though, because this is one of the best ways in any guide out there when it comes to farming legendary items. But either way, I think that shouldn't be a problem anymore if they said that they have fixed it. But still, we will have to test it out and see for ourselves and look at the spawn frequency of those apex bosses. They also fixed an issue that would cause the screen to shake whenever you enable DLSS and turn off motion blur. So I don't know if that is something dealing with just the game itself or something dealing with Nvidia. But I don't really use DLSS, so I'm glad that they're fixing it for those of you who do. Another issue that it fixed is going to be one that would sometimes cause players not to be able to interact with Owen or hear his audio at the end of the legendary version of the mission Finding Old Friends. So that Princess Zem mission, I know a lot of you had some audio issues in there, so this is a fix for that legendary mission. Titans, Ursics, Luminaries, and Furies enemies should no longer disappear when other players start an event in free play. So in theory, legendaries should be a lot much easier to farm, because I'm not sure if some of you have noticed, you have situations where you see a Titan and by the time you're about to approach the location, the Titan just disappears. So this is something that is dealing with another player activating a world event. So I'm glad that they fixed that because I always wondered, why is this happening? So what do I think about the entire patch and the notes in general? Well, it's more of a thing that had to be done. Quality of life changes is one of those things that you will see in every single game, and I'm glad that they're pushing this out before the big update, at least several weeks ahead of time, so that if anything else is broken, they can fix that before that April update comes in. Now I can see that the goal here is being that they want to make sure that everything is smoother than the previous ones. The April update should be here in about 2 weeks or so. So anyways, feel free to share your experiences with the latest patch, and please don't lie about anything because I really want to know how you guys are being affected by the game in terms of the latest patch. Did it break something? Did it make things better? Feel free to share your thoughts below. Now, if you're gonna ask me, hey, is it a great time to get back into the game? My answer is going to be this. If you have other games that you play and you enjoy, then I will say you're really not missing anything much in Anthem. Go ahead and play those games, enjoy it. You can go back and forth between games, that will be really great. However, if you feel like you're just burned out from Anthem, then I will say stay away from it till that April content update drops. So go ahead and play Warframe, Destiny, Division 2, whatever you can get your hands on. Go ahead and play those games, so when the time comes, then you can return back to Anthem and play whatever content we have. So don't put yourself through some kind of crazy stress because you're trying to figure out what to do. But if you're going to be in Anthem, you can go and complete different contracts, legendaries, complete some challenges, try to grind for gold. So you can do a lot of those things if you are into that kind of a bounty hunter type of thing. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you find this informative. It's DS signing out. I'll see you in the next one.